it's one of those things that I've always, hoped it would happen, somewhere, along the lines, to be able to, to kind of get in there with like that same crew, and then, once you meet some of these people, you realize, hey, these guys are pretty cool. They're just a normal schmuck like me, and, they're just, just, this is what they do. I mean, I do something else for a living, and it would be great if I did music for a living, but, unfortunately it's music, making a living in music is not what it used to be,
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, it's, that part of it sucks, but I mean, the fact that I can do what I do and work out of my house once in a while and, travel and, for work and, have the resources to, buy a cool guitar now and then or buy some nice gear. I mean, that makes it all the more worth it, and, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty happy. I'm content. I mean, would it be great to be on tour? Yeah, it'd be kind of cool to go out there with like a band that's, a bigger band that's doing it, like 3 or 4 days a week and stuff. I mean, it'd be kind of fun just to say, yeah, I did that, and I did do it 25 years ago on a smaller scale, but
right.
It's some, it's different with technology and, to me, better gear. I mean, I can play if I had to play a stadium, I still would just take my Axe Effects and a couple of cabinets and a few mics and say, this is it. I mean, I don't need a wall of Marshalls,
Right. Now, with all the stuff that you've done, I mean, it has been good for developing contacts, and because of that, like, have you been? I mean, I know you've done a lot of openers, but because of those contacts, do you keep getting offers to open up anywhere, or are they kind of spread out? How's that work?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I guess the fair thing about that is every once in a while something comes up. I mean, I do get, contacted here and there, just through my website and stuff like that. I mean, not as often as I would like to, of course, but
right.
It still happens. So, and the NAMM is really good for networking as well. I honestly, though, I've noticed, and there's a friend of mine who has noticed this too, and he ran a guitar magazine, and I were talking about this the other day, and I mean, we've noticed like a little bit of a drop off in some things. I mean, we're hoping it gets kind of a boost again, because I'm not saying that like there's a saturation of the market, because there really isn't.
Right.
But I mean, there's all these great, YouTube bedroom guitar players, but they're doing cover tunes. It's like, dude, stop! You can play, man. Write something. Well, and we need more original material.
I can totally attest to that, because watching some of these guys, like, it blows you away. If you're that young and play that good, exactly why aren't you writing your own stuff?
Exactly.
Clearly, you've got amazing talent, so you got to put that to the use where it's all your stuff and not a cover.
Right, and that's the thing. I mean, that's, and I can respect a person that says, dude, I don't play cover tunes, so don't ask me to do one. I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to ask you to do one.
Yeah.
But as far as what can you do to somebody that I think that somebody's always saying, what kind of advice do you give them? I always say, write your own stuff, learn other people's stuff, and then go somewhere in between. If you want to if you want to go into a band, or do a band or something like that, go ahead and do a cover band. But do a smart cover band. Do a cover band that'll go out and play covers, but you're going to sneak some originals in there, and you're going to play some play some hardball with the audience. Don't tell them it's a cover tune, and if it they might, or don't tell them it's an original tune, and they're like, wow, that's a really cool song. Who did that one? We did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It definitely changes some things around. I mean, it can open up doors, and people say, oh, we want to hear more of your original material. And, I mean, I have some experience with that, where, I was in a band, we had to play out 3 sets a night, but we only had 8 original songs. It's like, oh, dude, we can play 2 in one set, maybe 4 in another, and then 2 in another, and we got to surround it with cover tunes. And we did, and it was fine, and it was fun. But still, you have to cater to that audience. I mean, you really do.
But no, that's good advice, because I mean, that's essentially you're kind of getting your influences from, let's say, the covers you're playing, and then so that makes perfect sense to me. I think that's great advice, to be honest with you.
Cool, thank you.
So we're gonna get to get another song of yours here. And this one's called Dancing Through Daggers. This is Xander Demos. Dig this.
All right.
Xander Demos, Dancing Through Daggers. This one in particular, Xander, really the I'd say definitely the 80s influence stood out a lot. But it was just a cool like rockin' tune, and like I loved really liked the vocals on this one, and the harmonies in the end. But what really got me this one is, man, what a fantastic bridge! Like that.
Oh, cool.
That was really kind of that really got me. I mean, I've always been doing this for a number of years, but just being a big music fan, I look for certain aspects of the song and kind of just pick it apart. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed that bridge. This one that really, for me, kind of connected that whole. I know that's the purpose of a bridge, but this really just brought this song like bam, like there it is, like we're here to rock,
Yeah, that's cool.
So when I know writing the song, I mean, the name itself, Dancing Through Daggers. What was your initial kind of, let's say, thought process behind putting this song down?
Basically, it was really about like crappy relationships.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, you know what I mean? That's really what it was about.
Well, I can kind of get that feel, but sometimes I'm always wrong. But it's nice. I'm sure it's nice for you to hear people's different interpretations for your songs.
Yeah. I mean, it really wasn't a lot more science.
Yeah.
Behind it. It was just like, let's write something about horrible relationship.
Yeah. Well, not every song is going to be really in depth lyrically. I mean, it's a lot of times it's. A good majority of the times it's just the actual work put into it, like just the instrumentation and the arrangement of the song itself, because I don't think people realize sometimes that arranging a song is not as easy as it sounds.
Right, that's exactly right.
So when you've done these songs, I know like we talked about this a little bit before, like just kind of mixing and matching, excuse me, and redoing a few things. Have there been like a certain song where you just like after you finish it, we're just like, oh my god, thank God this is done, because I was ripping my hair out trying to get this piece together the way I wanted it.
Oh god, yeah, I've done that. I mean, that was in the later stages of Guitarcadia. The last few songs were like that. In fact, one of them really didn't mix the way I wanted it to.
Okay.
And there would be a time when I probably would like to go back and revisit it and do a George Lucas on it and kind of redo it just so it fits my my picky nature.
Well, fair enough. But if you weren't picky, you wouldn't be a musician.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah.
That's the nature of the beast, and it's not a bad thing. It's just you guys kind of know what you want to hear and what you want to put down. So that's not a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. The fact that she actually shows that you care about the music you're writing and producing and putting out there.
Right, exactly.
So with a few minutes left, I want to talk briefly about your upcoming EP. Now, you said that you've already kind of worked on a few songs, and you're having the vocalist who did your backup vocals for Under Darkness, Under Darkened Sky. Under Darkened Sky. Sorry, excuse me. So, do you have any do you have a kind of a release date in mind or a month, or is it just kind of still in the works since it's going to come out when you guys have the time to finish it?
It's still in the works because he's in another band, and the girl I'm working with, actually, she's going through some vocal therapy right now because she had gotten sick and it affected her vocal cords. So I didn't really want to chase anybody down too bad and say, I've got to get this done because I'm whip cracker here and we got to get this I want this done by this date. I mean, they're lending me their talents for free. I'm not really going to bust balls too bad.
Yeah, for sure. So, So, and is this going to be is it like 5 song, 10 song? Have you kind of decided on that yet, or just kind of?
It's actually going to be 6 with a possible 7th for a bonus track. But in all honesty, if I kind of get in the groove that I'm writing some instrumentals and I can do it, sort of like on my own and not working with other people. Like if I'm using, I have Superior Drummer installed on my one machine, and I do play a little bit of bass. I can play a little bit of keyboards, and if I can put these things together where I'm not really using some outside parties and have to worry about mixing drums and all that stuff, I probably will end up throwing a couple more instrumentals, and it's just going to be a full length, so I can call it like a follow up to Guitarcadia.
Well, right on, man. I'm really excited to kind of hear how it's going, because from what I've been sent and talking with the management company, it's very exciting, man. Like I said, I was just excited about this interview in general because I have interviewed. I don't think I don't think I've ever interviewed a metal band, and it's the first one. You're the first one. I know you're a soul, but still, this is very exciting for me. This is because, like, you know, even though I like a lot of different music, I still like my metal too. So this was a real treat for me.
Oh, cool, great. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
So that's gonna wrap it up. But Xander, like I said, man, thank you so much for taking the time to do this. I really do appreciate this, and we definitely have to keep in touch. And once the new EP or possible full-length album comes out, we'll definitely have you back on and talk about it.
That sounds great. I would love to.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much, and have a great evening.
You do the same. Thanks a lot, man.
All right, take it easy. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Bye-bye. All right, guys, that was Xander Demos. I hope you enjoyed this good old classic metal, because I know I sure as hell did. So check him out. He's at xanderdemos.com on Twitter, and I believe there's a website, xanderdemos.com, so you can check him out there too. If you like this sort of thing, which I hope you do, it's definitely worth the checking out. So until next time, which will be tomorrow, just a quick reference. I know I've mentioned this a few times, but although it's supposed to be evening Saturday, it's going to be tomorrow night because of some scheduling issues for Saturday. So NMS will be tomorrow night, and we'll have my special guest co-host, Forgotten Bee, and our special guest will be Dan McCarthy. So be sure to check that out, and we'll have another new compilation from NYC Factory Fast Records. So until then, guys, thank you so much for listening. We'll talk to you soon. Bones out.